This week we are covering one of the most totally not overpowered at all premium pay to win pieces of shit in the whole entire game. Welcome my fellow scrub lords to another super unicorn review. The Calli-OP is one of the most unique and blatantly OP tanks that Gage ever introduced. The only reason you don't see more of the buggers is because it's behind a fucking $50 paywall. The Calli-OP is a 4.3 battle rating medium tank and is famous for having 64 cheeseburger freedom launchers duct taped onto an M4 shipment to actually make the tank fucking useful. In literally all other respects, this tank is more average than British cuisine. It is also one of the most expensive premiums you can buy, topping out at 97.80 golden eagles. In other words, more money than there is in goddamn eBay. The ketchup and mustard bottles it fires are similar to small charges of freedom, and on their own they won't do much damage. But when you spam this shit with 8 to 10 of them at a time, they can't help but be overwhelmed with the sheer amount of freedom that is continuously punching them in the face. Mobility on this tank is average at best. Its small tracks only allow it to really move on hardened terrain like roads and dead corpses of inferior rocket vehicles. It's a shaman. There isn't much to say here about the shitty mobility. Also, the armor is shit too, so don't expect any miracles when it comes to bouncing shots from German Schnitzel launchers. However, it is anything but lacking in the firepower department. Its 75mm gun is more than capable of dealing with any shit Viet and fascist tanks that it will encounter. However, the reason why this tank is so feared is due to its racks on racks of high explosive RPCs, which stands for rocket propelled cheeseburgers. That's right, your job is to literally go around feeding the enemy pure freedom until they explode for being obese as fuck. You literally drive around a corner, empty your load into some poor fuck's stupid face, and then look for your next inferior nation to free the fuck out of. Also, don't bother trying to snipe people with the rockets. They are literally so inaccurate after 100 meters that if you fired them beyond that shit they would miss the fucking ground. Kind of like stormtroopers, but that's besides the point. Your rockets are only accurate up to point blank range, so use them as such. The rockets also have the side effect of blinding people with pure freedom when you shoot them in the face with this shit, so they will often not be able to shoot back, which is all well and good, because your armor might as well be the toilet paper that Hitler uses to wipe his ass in hell with, it's so goddamn thin. If you want to properly take one of these things out, you will have to hit it with a dose of surprise but sex so powerful that he or she will never play the American tanks again. In other words, you need to surprise the Calli-OP if you want to have a chance of killing it. Engaging at long range usually works, seeing as it is very difficult for him to use his ketchup bottle rockets at that range. Trying to engage a Calli-OP in head-on combat at close range is the quickest way to get free. Now you know how to play the ultimate seal clubber in War Thunder. Now get out there and free the living fuck out of some faggot ass shit Viet.